Hey everybody, we're gonna go talk about the garden today. I waited till my wife is home with me because I think it's just gonna be better with both of us. I always mess it up. Anyway, and plus, now you can actually tell me what this stuff is here.
Oh yeah. So we have zucchini.
Zucchini.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 zucchini. And then we have some Roma tomatoes. 6 Romas. And mustard in the back. Purple mustard.
Purple mustard, yeah.
Purple mustard.
Sweet.
Very mustardy already.
I'm glad those are all Romas too.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah.
We have a couple more there to plant, but
Yeah, if they live. They've been
Well,
cooking in the greenhouse.
they may not make
We
it.
have
Okay.
And then we have mammoth gray striped sunflowers.
Yeah. Here, let me back up so you can see the hugelkultur. Naomi just filled this in right here. She just finished that. There's logs and everything under there. It's like actual hugelkultur.
There's the end of it down here.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see what that is it's next to this old construction. And so they had a trench here, and that was the pile from digging the trench. And we just kind of caved everything off and
Flattened it out, filled it in.
yep. Made use of it.
Made use of it. I still have to put another load of dirt on there.
Yeah.
Just have to be set nicely and all that.
And you planted up here too. That wait, see which side should I go on? I want to go on that side. You can see the amaranth.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
this.
Oh yeah.
Tomato.
First.
Oh, and tomato.
Yep.
Yep, we're getting our first tomato there, huh?
Mhm. And row of sunflowers and amaranth.
Amaranth. Yep.
And a row of corn.
What kind of amaranth is that, Naomi?
Purple amaranth.
It is purple.
It's Hopi red dye.
Hopi red dye.
Hopi red dye.
Goodness, she's the one that talked me into growing amaranth.
Nana was growing it last year, and I so admired it.
Yeah.
And there's Mrs. Rayner there.
Well, this stuff used to be used. I couldn't think of any use for amaranth. Look, that's
For
awesome.
comparison,
Yeah.
That sunflower's as tall as you, Mom.
it is officially taller than me.
Probably got a grasshopper right in the middle sleeping.
Probably.
Yeah, but they you can make red dye with this kind. It's and boy is it juicy, red juicy. I mean, if you put it in your mouth, you spit red. If you chew it, the grasshoppers I get off it are spitting red.
Yeah. We have 3 rows of sunflowers.
3 rows.
The row in back is in just dirt, and it's not quite doing as well as the stuff in the growing in the hugelkultur.
Yeah, I'm actually halfway down mulching it again. I got the top half mulched.
Oh, that's right. So you brought more out.
You might have to speak up a little bit. You're speaking
Okay.
quietly. I'm not sure if this mic will get you. And up here, I don't know what you planted up here either.
Careful, Brenna.
It's supposed to be there.
So, I know these plantainer volunteers are wild. I don't know. What is this, Naomi? Is this
That is
thyme?
thyme.
I thought so. Make sure that's getting that. Thyme. I've always wanted to grow thyme.
In the back there is oregano. No, sorry, basil. Siam
Yeah.
Queen basil.
Siam Queen.
And this is purple basil. And sage, of course.
Yeah, we always got to have our basil and sage.
You gotta have the basil and sage.
And is that the oregano you were saying right there? That stuff? Is that what that is?
I thought I planted some oregano, but it looks exactly like the thyme, so I may have.
I guess it does, huh?
Yeah. And I have the thyme sticker right there. So,
Good. Grew a lot of thyme.
apparently, I didn't really mean to grow that many, but.
The strawberries are still looking poorly.
Yeah, I only planted them 3-4 days ago.
They're from her Nana's garden.
Yes.
They got dug up and transplanted. Now, is this lemon balm right here?
Yes, that is lemon balm.
Okay.
It is coming up. Smells like lemon.
Nice.
I love it.
That's a positive ID.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then we have cucumbers
Nice.
in the back.
They're actually kind of popping out of it and starting to
they
grow.
are all the way back to there. A couple of volunteer sunflowers that
Grown itself.
Yeah.
are so many ladybug beetles.
Yes.
Um,
Well, I'm gonna mulch these two.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, these beans. It turns into Cherokee Trail of Tear beans right
yes.
there.
The Cherokee Trail of Tears starts right there, and they're going to grow up and over that way.
Yeah.
And then the squash or the cucumbers will grow up here.
Might not be able to hear you, babe.
Okay.
You look away and talk quietly.
Sorry. Not used to talking loudly.
It's hard to get her to talk at all. Don't let her fool you.
And as you walk right here, it's my garden.
That's your garden.
Sunflowers.
What do you got planted in there?
Sunflowers and yarrow.
Some yarrow.
lupins.
And some what?
Lupins.
Some lupins. Yep. She did actually plant lupin seeds.
She did. And sunflowers.
And sunflowers,
are
which are
coming
popping
Did
up.
you see
Yep.
Sunflowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a potato bed. We don't have much in this one because this was we did yams and stuff in here. We didn't do it right.
Yeah.
It was our first attempt.
We'll do better next time.
Yeah, what's that? Southern Homestead YouTube channel. That dude's like the sweet potato expert. But there are potatoes in here. Oop, right there.
Yep.
But
There's 4 or 5 potatoes.
most of them are this whole thing from here down is potatoes.
Yep.
So, and it's not enough potatoes, but it's more potatoes than we've ever planted.
Yes. And
Hey,
they're flowering.
Let's get to
They're flowering.
the three sisters.
Okay.
And flowering potatoes.
The exciting part.
Oh yeah. Look at this.
There's all 3 sisters.
Yeah, it's buttercup squash. Got the Cherokee Trail of Tear bean. Climbing Hopi blue corn.
Yeah.
And no, were you gonna say something?
I was just going to show this
Oh yeah, look at that.
all the way around, all the way down. He's going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's going way up.
Way up.
Oh, there's a dried leaf that's drying.
Yeah.
Can you pick that off?
Yeah, we weren't necessarily going for color themes or Native American themes. We're going for more protein.
Yes.
Older strains and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess Native American is pretty much right where we're looking.
Very pleased. The squash is getting all the plumes.
Yes.
Yep.
The beans are so gorgeous. And they're so dark and velvety looking. I mean,
There's black.
and one thing I'm learning is when you come through here and catch a bean vine, just take it and wrap it around the whole mound. These are planted on mounds. And I'm gonna do a video on how I did my 3 sisters. I just kind of I wanted to make sure they would grow. This is my first time doing this too.
We've learned a lot.
We have learned a lot.
Yep. Oh, spiky.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out what's going on, why this row is so much better looking than the other rows.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and look at the video, at some old videos, and see which one was my first rows. It may be wood chips, Naomi.
Oh,
It could be.
flowering. Corn flowering.
I couldn't keep up with wood chips making this. I had to chip it myself, and I was always out of wood chips, constantly out of wood chips. Got plenty of hay, got plenty of poop,
Yep.
plenty of dirt,
In
Wood chips.
wood chips.
wood chips. So that's the 3 sisters. More buttercup squash. There's buttercup squash all up in the, I think, every other row.
And
That may be one of the mistakes I made, is planting the squash inside the rows. it seems tight in there, and they're wanting to climb up the corn.
Can't let it do it.
So maybe I need to plant them on the outside next year, and because they're supposed to be ground cover. But I don't care either way, they'll grow, and I love buttercup squash, so
That bean is getting
yeah.
And we have backhoe right here.
Now, there's another buttercup, but
I'm growing that.
tobacco was stuff I had left in the greenhouse, and I put it out here. I guess I must not have hardened it off properly or something. Tobacco is really hard to stress, and I've managed to do it. I come out here one day and it was just laid out flat. Maybe I didn't water it enough when I watered it in. It was really dry mulch that I used in there, so probably soaked it all up. But they're suffering. That's the same, that's the remnants of, it's the same as that bed over there. That's a tobacco bed.
The Shuri.
Shuri, yep. Which is a Virginian. It's like a Virginia gold.
There's Miss Tuna's there.
Yep.
She's a hunter.
Best scout in the business.
Yep. Hunter and Tuna's.
She's all over. Nobody has a body count like Rena.
No. What can you do? Whoa.
Closer so I
Here
can hear
we
you.
have our gentleman,
Country gentleman.
country gentleman, sweet corn.
Yep.
More buttercup.
And
course.
of course, buttercup going this way.
Yeah.
Yep. We blew up the buttercup.
We love the buttercup. We like our buttercup.
And
Yeah, well, it grew really well last year, so we kept seeds.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
and of course, beans
They're doing
going this
awesome.
way.
Okay.
One little bean. Rabbit. Wrap around. Wrap around.
Sugar baby watermelon.
Yep. Sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
And
On top of my experiment.
Oh yeah, this experiment.
Yep.
This is an old, this used to be a pen. You can kind of see the square around it. So this was a goat pen, and this ended up being a hay mat from feeding the goats over time. And so we planted, so there's hay on the bottom, dirt over the top,
Yep.
and then we planted
baby
the watermelon right in there.
Yeah, we basically
Sugar baby
planted right on top of a mound of uncomposted hay and poop. I mean, I tried in one of the other videos, I tried shooting to, this is the best way. Let's see, look, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, ants.
Is there ants in there?
Yeah.
There's probably all manner of things in this mound. Ooh, I see all kinds of little grubs and wow. Okay, so yeah, these are planted directly. I mean, that stinks. It was anaerobic for a really long time until I poked it with broad pork
Oh yeah, that's right, you did probably.
a few months before we planted in it. Just so it would drain mostly. Just an experiment. That's basically
Seems to be doing okay.
seems to be doing okay.
And then behind us here,
I mean, oh, yeah, look, it's blinding out already, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy to be growing watermelon. Tell you what, well, I can just smell that mound under there when you pull the weeds.
fragrant.
It's fragrant, yes, it is. And standing on it with me, if I stand on it for too long, I'll sink down. Very interesting. These beans right here, we forgot to talk about these beans. These are succotash beans.
Oh yeah, succotash beans.
They were supposedly, you know, used in dinners as far, you know, in the 1500s. 1500 Americas by natives and immigrants.
Oh, they're sitting on a hill.
But they're pretty good. They're not as robust as those Trail of Tears beans, but that may be, they're in completely different bed styles on completely different corn. Oh, this corn, our goats got out one day and pretty much like whoosh, topped like 3 rows, all 3 rows of this. Yeah.
It's a remnant of it. You can see.
And this too.
Oh, right here. Actually, you can see a lot of it.
Yeah.
They topped Like 17 plants.
Yeah, my heart sank. I seen Tricka standing up here munching on lamb's quarter after, and then I seen the cord. I'm like, oh no. But look, it's coming back. I mean,
doesn't seem to have been. No, maybe a little stunted. You have some short ones.
And mullein planted right here.
what is it?
Mullein.
Mullein. Mullein is part of the native habitat here. It's grown. We got mullein everywhere. Mullein and yarrow.
Mullein and yarrow.
Just everywhere. There's chamomile growing wild here.
Yes. Yarrow is very prolific.
Yeah, I'm pulling yarrow and mullein as weeds out of my stuff. So we got to go all the way around.
Yeah. Well, the peas.
Yeah, I've been forgetting to water them. They're kind of dying.
They are pretty. They're pretty.
Oh, peppers, yeah.
And 9 peppers.
Yep. I see. I think I accidentally pulled some of these out. Weeding in here.
May have.
There's last time I counted 10.
6, 7, 8, 9.
This needs more mulch too.
Yeah, it does.
There's 9 in there now.
It's actually what I'm working on at the moment is mulching everything.
There's 10.
Yeah.
I didn't lose any here.
And
There was 11. I know that I pulled one out up there that
Oh.
a mom.
they look a lot like lamb's quarters when they're the same size.
Yeah, that's a mullein too.
Yep.
This, I don't know what that is.
Little squash.
It looks familiar. It's not a squash.
No, it might be a hollyhock.
Could be a hollyhock, yeah. I don't know.
Nana has them all over her garden.
I don't know why it looks familiar.
It looks like a squash.
More beans.
More beans.
More beans. Doesn't look like most of them took though.
Yeah, I guess I probably forget to water here. Look at the beans or the peas are dying because I'm.
Oh yeah.
But then there was an existing garden here with some lavender, rosemary. These are cherry trees. And we meant to do something with this year. We kind of started and then things got out of control.
Well, and it got cold again and
Okay, so we're gonna
snowed up on it.
fast forward our way around this fence. To the tobacco bed? Is that what's next?
Yeah. Grapes.
Oh yeah, I do forget the grapes.
Grapes.
And they're actually, they're doing really good.
Goat.
Yep. These are our hay burner pins.
Hay burners.
Yep. No offense, ladies.
We love you.
Yep, we do. That's why they're still here.
Anybody want a herd of really old goats?
Yeah.
Oh. You want to talk about the chickens or come back to the chickens?
We can go to the chicken tractors after the last. These are our egg laying hens right here. In a hoop house I built for a coop.
And puts her chicken out.
These are about what, 2 years old? 2-year-old chickens?
No, just over a year.
Just over a year, so
Like 16 months.
yeah. Yep. Okay, so look at this. Prilep. This is banging right here. Look at this stuff.
Growing very well.
It is growing very well.
Smell like pepper.
Pretty kind of aromatic.
Yeah, they are. I was smelling it with the dog bane blossoms up here.
Yeah. Oh, that dog's bane's pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, and the mix of it was actually like a really nice pipe mix. I'm like, oh yeah.
Smoking some dog's bane.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's bane?
Dog's bane.
What's a dog bane? Oh.
Oh, look at the size of some of these leaves. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Have to get ready to hunt. Whoa, look at this one. Super big. It's like this big.
Yeah. I know, they're nice texture and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice Naomi planted grapes that are taking off.
Finally.
They need to be cleaned out, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't
Not
see
really
any
hurting.
flowers.
Oh no, they have a lot of growing to do.
Yeah. But
These
yeah.
are trimmings from a neighbor down the road.
Want to be your course?
And I picked up a bunch of trimmings from them, not having any idea how to do anything with grapes. And then I researched how to harvest and plant from cuttings.
Look at this one over here.
Didn't turn out too bad. They sat in water for 2 months
Yep.
before I planted them.
Yep. Look, 16, 17.
17.
She's always out.
You want to go back in?
She always wailingly goes back in.
I actually
Probably
seen
could have
one.
just lifted it up for her, but everybody else was crowding the fence.
Yeah, love our Buff Orpingtons.
Oh yeah.
We when we left Wyoming, we had I don't know,
Got rid of 62 chickens.
62 chickens. And we had what were they? Blue Cochins. We had red
Island Reds. No.
red leghorns, barred rocks.
Oh, a little exotic.
Yeah, I don't know what she was.
A little pheasant looking.
And we had like 5 Buff Orpingtons, and when we started over, our first choice was Buff Orpingtons. Well, hi Lacey, who always like picks Lacey time.
Pretty much accosted me last night and demanded attention.
I have to give her attention. This girl's Akbash and Great Pyrenees, and she is huge. She's beautiful.
And she's 10 years old.
She came with us from Wyoming. We got her from the Ladder Ranch in Wyoming. She's filthy. She's been laying in the dirt all day. But,
She hasn't fully shed her winter coat yet, so
yeah, and she usually doesn't shed her big thick coat. She'll keep it on.
get started on her shoulder.
Yeah, a little bit of shedding. She's a smooth coated Pyrenees. LGDs. I'll do a video on LGDs one day. Sid babies are S line. The brown one is a doe, the black and white one's a buck. Yep.
I've only been waiting for her. Really?
Pax is a Marema. Pax and Bellum. We got them when we got here. There's coyotes everywhere around here. But they came from Washougal, Washington. What a little turd. She's like, I'm out.
Yeah. There's somebody climbing over the fence all the time.
We have a saying, and it's etched into our psyche, and basically you don't really own a goat. They agree to be with you. If they didn't want to be in your fences, they wouldn't be. What are you trying to show me, Revelvr?
Honeybee.
I don't think that's a honeybee. Why are you messing with it?
Trying to take it to tobacco bed.
Sweetie. They can fly.
Release.
No more climbing over the fence, sweetie. Please.
Okay, one more bed.
Two more beds. 3 more beds.
Yeah. Same thing as up there. I planted the remnants left in the greenhouse in a new bed up here. This is
Strawberries in there. Strawberries and mango.
509. Burley?
509 Burley. Yeah, so it's actually a dark Virginian. But here's the original planting of it. It's pretty nice. Look at them leaves. Really shocked that these bare root has really tested the limits on tobacco this year.
You gotta try everything your first year, right?
Well, next year will be better.
Indeed.
But they're just now coming out of it. They've been really bug eaten because they've been stressed. They don't get direct sunlight. This is I don't even know if you'd call this partial. Yeah, they get a couple hours of direct sun. Probably 2.5, 3 hours of direct sun. But these trees are way bigger than they were last year. Got way more shade there. See, that's the southern sky over across them power lines.
And a little mushroom up there.
Yeah, I see that.
It's a big puppy.
So that's our garden tour. Yeah, I showed the tobacco. There's another squash bed over there. It's hugelkultur. This is hugelkultur too, by the way.
It still has a couple strawberries in it, but
Yeah, we grew strawberries in it last year, but our Raven friend removed all of the strawberries for us.
yes.
We did get some strawberries off of it. We got like one harvest of strawberries.
Yeah. We gotta go this way anyway. We gotta see the chickens.
Oh yeah, we can see the chicken tractors. Cover crop, I'm always proud of that. And you can see where the direct sun hits. Boo, it's just baking that stuff up there. I can't keep up with it watering it. You can't. I water back here in the trees. And the yellow grass you see up here in the trees is barley grass that is only annual. And so it's going away. My cover crop's coming in places.
And
This is something we just started. Oh wait, oh yes, we're growing squash up here, so
Cap's been laying on it.
Is he really?
yeah, the dog lays up here.
Of course he does.
Oh,
Well, at least he lays on the top.
hatch. Just hatch.
Yeah, there's a newly hatched.
My daughter is a bug freak. She loves the bugs. What do you got there?
Newly hatched cicada.
And he just hatched.
You just hatched, huh? How can you tell?
Because because his shell is colored.
Oh.
That means he just hatched.
Oh, I see his shell there. I didn't see his shell at first. He's still on the shell. Yeah, that's a pretty good indication. Good call.
The other way you can tell is his color.
His color.
Very lightly colored,
Yep,
very pale, and as
he is.
within hours they start to darken up.
That's true. They're usually black and orange, huh?
At the very end, they're black and orange. They get this really shimmery jewel.
Yeah. You should have seen Naomi last year, her
Oh my
first
God.
year, someplace where cicadas hatched.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of
And
cicadas.
you got hundreds of pictures of cicadas.
Oh my God.
And last year, we saw one cicada just hatch.
Just, yep. You really can't help it when they're everywhere. Everything's eating cicadas everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so let's start one of our new. Oh, see, here's our golden hour.
Oh yeah.
How we doing on battery and stuff here? We're pretty good. We'll be able to wrap it up. Yeah, check this out. Thank you to all the homesteading videos that gave me the chicken tractor idea. I kind of arrived at it at my own, but then suddenly I seen everybody was building these little ones, and I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
After I built that big chicken coop,
Yeah. But you can't.
it takes 3 of us to move.
Right.
Yeah,
Little.
much littler.
Much.
Can move in any direction.
Yeah.
It's got a 20 bird capacity, but I think I'm gonna stick to about 15 in each. There's 2 of them.
Yeah. This is actually second generation modification.
Yeah, it is.
The,
Just so it doesn't open all the way to the ground, huh?
yeah. You're not like stepping on it all the way out here. It's really short.
Yeah.
And the birds can't jump out.
Well, they do. They still jump out, but they can't all rush out at once.
Yeah.
And it's just easier, yeah.
Yeah.
I started wearing my apron again
Did you?
because of that up there. I'm tired of it poking holes in my clothes. Because you gotta, yeah, you're always leaning on the other one, the way the door is on the other one.
I hate chicken wire.
Well, it's this cattle panels are sharp as razors.
Sure.
I haven't gone back and filed the edges off.
So this is first generation.
Yeah. see when you open that. Yeah, it opens. And you gotta, so to not let it go all the way down, you have to basically cradle it in your hip and bend over it.
Bend over it, yeah. Well, trying to keep the birds back.
Yeah.
Yeah, much easier.
Need to get bigger waters. I gotta basically fill that water twice a day. I'll fill it up here pretty soon.
Yep.
Why?
It's crumbles today.
Yep.
Pretty.
You just grow. You're just automatically.
Well, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. There's the bucks. They really like some grass. It's been a few days since they've been out. Hot and dry here. We're hitting the hundreds. It's saying 90s in town, but up here in the hills, we're hitting 100. Kicking along. I'm watering everything. I'm rambling on. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.